the kitchen's where you'd rather have your friends and family gather, you should hit the like and subscribe down below. And if filling plates and platters while maintaining flavor matters, then there's a stellar cook that you should know. It's Rain, the planet with a palate. They'll keep you fed and coming back for more. So come on, take up space. Rain will make a tasty plate and tell the diet Karens where to go. It's the planet with a palate cooking show.
Howdy y'all, and welcome to an all-new episode of Planet with a Palate. Today we are going to be making something that I've been excited about and really wanting to make for y'all for a while now. We are going to be doing some fried green tomatoes. But before we get our tomatoes started, we want to make a remoulade sauce that's going to be so just delicious, creamy, spicy, all the good things for dipping our fried green tomatoes into. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to need for this sauce is mayonnaise, but if you do want a lighter sauce, you can also use plain Greek yogurt. So we're going to start with a half cup of mayonnaise. Y'all know I never measure anything, but about a half cup. There we go. Obviously, you can make more of this if you want. We're going to put a little squirt of Dijon mustard in. Yum, yum. I'd say about a tablespoon. There we go. About a teaspoon of hot sauce. I'm just gonna, About a tablespoon of sweet relish. This is gonna be our sweet, so we definitely need that element in there. Whoop. This is potent, you don't need much. About a teaspoon of prepared horseradish. Gosh, this is already smelling and looking delicious. Some garlic, of course. We love garlic. Do about half a tablespoon of that. Salt. Now, instead of black pepper, I'm actually going to use this medley grinder, so we get some black peppercorns and also some pink peppercorns and red. I feel like it just adds a little something to this. And about a teaspoon of paprika. Now, we're going to mix this together. And then we'll taste it and decide what it needs, if anything. Also here you could put in some fresh herbs. I've definitely used parsley and dill in this before. You could even add some capers if you wanted to. I'm keeping it simple for today. It's looking that good orangey color like a yummy remoulade sauce. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit harder with both the sweet. Oh, that's good. It does need a little bit more, though, stuff. It's real heavy on the garlic right now. I'm going to add some more of my sweet relish. A little bit more. So at this point, I've gone to about a tablespoon of horseradish. And a little bit more hot sauce. Let's try this again. Oh yeah, it's a little chunkier now. It's looking good. All right. Oh yeah, perfect. Wow. That's gonna be so good with our fried green tomatoes. Now, before we start our fried green tomatoes, what I wanna tell y'all is that fried green tomatoes are delicious on their own. You can serve them as an appetizer. They're so good. But they're also amazing. Amazing, I gotta tell you, in a sandwich. They're amazing on a burger. You could even put your remoulade sauce on the burger with it. Just chef's kiss. They're amazing on a BLT. They're amazing on a fried egg sandwich. Today, we're gonna kick it up a notch and we're gonna put them on a grilled cheese sandwich. And then we're gonna dip the grilled cheese directly in here. We're gonna leave some off on their own too, just so we can give it both a taste test. Remoulade sauce is done, so I'm gonna stick this in the fridge so it can chill. Now, it took me forever to find these green tomatoes at the store, y'all. Like, I was really trying to do this recipe for you guys, and I could not get these green tomatoes for the life of me. So I finally, I order a lot of my stuff at home because I don't drive anymore. So, but I was out at Publix, and I was like, you know, just in the chance that we can find them, I'm gonna give a look for some green tomatoes. And guess what? There they were, like a shining beacon in the, oops. Now you might notice when you go to use your green tomatoes that they're a little hard. That's okay, we want that. They're gonna break down a bit because we're frying them, so. Give them a rinse here. Gosh, I'm so excited about this. Yum. Just absolute yum. So I used to be good friends with these people named Kat and Dave, and they ran a company that I worked for quite regularly. Ooh, so pretty. And they could both cook. I mean, Dave was Italian from New York. Rest in peace, Dave. I do miss Dave. And he could make any kind of Italian food. I mean, just delicious. So I happen to like mine fairly thick sliced, like a medium thickness. I've seen in restaurants them do them really thick sometimes. My friend Kat, Dave's wife, who taught me how to make these, always did a thinner slice. I like them like a medium thick. Just slicing these up has me excited. I haven't had fried green tomatoes in a hot minute, and they are delicious. I've seen people make them several different ways at this point, but Kat is the first one who ever taught me how to make them, and I gotta tell you, her way is simple, so simple. Dang, is it good. I love when there's a little orange in the tomato. It's so colorful. So next up, we are gonna need a coating station. And the first thing we're gonna put in this coating plate is some buttermilk cornmeal. Now, Kat always used the regular yellow cornmeal. I really do like this buttermilk cornmeal. I just feel like it is. Just gives it that little something. Into our buttermilk cornmeal, we are going to add some Creole seasoning. And you can be liberal with this. I really want to see the seasoning. And then, make it a mess. And then once again, I'm going to go in with this peppercorn medley. Just really do this a little bit finer. These are some thick chunks. There we go. Mix that in. Now, you could add egg to this if you really wanted to stick on a lot of this, but the way that Kat always did it was a direct drudge through the cornmeal. It makes a light coat. I will drudge it through a couple of times just till it's really coated on there, but I like the lighter coat. Personally, I find that it gives us the opportunity to enjoy our tomato as the main part of our flavoring. But you could do an egg wash on these to help the coating stick if you want a thicker coating. I am a big fan of this light coating, so that's how we're gonna do. They're just so, gosh, I'm so excited about this. Y'all. You could also coat these in buttermilk to get it to stick more if you want a thicker coating. You could do buttermilk or you could do egg. Either one would be delicious. Almost done. Gosh, so good. And I'm telling y'all, there was a diner that I used to order from, and they did BLT, but they also did a breakfast BLT, and they called it a breakfast BLTE because they would put egg on it, but instead of the regular tomato, they would do a fried green tomato. Good Lord, that sandwich was delicious. All right, so this is our stack. I'm actually gonna put these back in here on this plate. We'll move the plate over. Here we go. Now we're ready to fry. And I have, of course, made a mess. Why would I not want to wear a black dress for this wonderful occasion? Ha! Listen, any day that I'm messy, covered in paint, covered in dirt from the garden, covered in flour or whatever else food is a good day by me. We love a mess in this house. We love to clean up our mess, but we love a good mess. I've always been like that. I used to go to Scarborough Fair every year, which is the Renaissance Festival in North Texas. And my favorite part of the event every year was the mud show. And I would always sit right up front so that I would get splashed by the mud. And of course it's Texas, and this takes place in, I want to say spring. So it's already hot. It's already warm outside. It's already sunny. So a lot of times I would go, you know, dressed up, usually as a fairy. If any of y'all watched my wedding episode, you know I love fairies. And so I would go to the mud show, and they would always do different plays, You know, Dante's Inferno was one that they would do. Beowulf was one that they would do. And I just loved them. And they had this incredible mud pit that was just like insane. And if you were in the first couple of rows, you were getting splashed with mud. So I would always just come out covered in mud. And my favorite part of Scarborough Fair every year was to go get muddy at the mud show. I would try to go twice in a day if I could, because they do different showings, but go get covered in mud at the mud show, take pictures with the mud show guys afterwards, because they were really talented and funny. And yeah, and a lot of times I would end up with like a sunburn. You know, I mean, you reapply your sunscreen as best as you can, but I'd end up with a sunburn that would have big splotches from where I was covered in mud. Who knew? But apparently mud is a great sunblock. Woo. Look at this. Okay. All right. So now we are going to get our oil in our pan. You could use avocado oil for this, be really yummy. I'm going to be using olive oil, but a mixture of avocado and olive oil would also be delicious. You can also use vegetable oil. All right, you don't need to deep fry these. What we're doing is a pan fry, so we're gonna let them go in the hot oil on one side, then we're gonna flip them over and do the same to the other. I am beyond excited about this. Like, a lot of times when I'm cooking, I do get excited for the food to come, but I have not had fried green tomatoes in such a good long time that I'm honestly so stoked right now. My body is ready. Oh yeah. Now before I get going on this, I'm gonna give a light salt to my green tomatoes. There we go. Wait for this oil to get nice and hot. I'm excited. So while we're waiting for our oil to start up, I want to talk to you all about some of the stuff that I've been doing lately. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that I've been doing a lot of tarot type videos. I'm enjoying that very much. I have lost over 100 followers since I started doing it. And honestly, really at the end of the day, I'm going to make the content that speaks to me. I'm going to make the content that I enjoy doing. Frankly, content creation of this kind is not paying my bills yet. So I might as well experiment with it. It's like being in college, you know, like I'm changing my major. Not totally though. Y'all know I love to cook, and I'm never going to just completely stop the show Planet with a Palette because I just enjoy it too much. I enjoy cooking with y'all, eating with y'all, showing you my recipes, showing you what I like to do in the kitchen. And also, if I'm being honest, that's part of my witchcraft. Over on this wall, I have a thing that says the wisdom of Pele. Be radiant, embrace your inner fire, shine and set the world alight. Colors speak louder than words, let your creativity flow. Throw off some sparks and get glowing. And I thought that would be perfect next to my stove, since Pele is the goddess of fire, volcano goddess from Hawaii. My family's from Hawaii, so it's just, you know. And then across the kitchen, I have a wooden plaque that says Witch's Kitchen. I believe it says, yes, magic potions served daily. And y'all have, of course, seen my stirring up a little magic type spoons and all of that. So, I mean, my witchcraft is incorporated into everything I do. You know, I've got one of my panels that's painted in the kitchen here is a wizard frog who's smoking an herbal treat. You know, I've got a fairy. That's just part of my personality. So I even have the zodiac constellations above the stove. So, you know. So speaking of college, I actually did go to college. I have 3 years of college. I went for 4, only got 3 years worth of credits. I've always been interested in spirituality and religion, and I was a Christian in high school. I was all like WWJD and all of that. And as a lot of us who are Christians in high school, I do have some religious trauma to show for it. But I do also treasure those years as well because, you know, I learned a lot, and also I made some quality people in my life. Some of the people that I connected to in that way are people that I'm still friends with. And I also really just value people of faith, of any faith, as long as they are not using their faith to harm others. I do value faith of any kind. So my first major in college was major world religion. And it's actually doing that major that made me not a Christian anymore. There was a kid, I used to call him Bucket Hat. He was Asian, and his parents were Buddhist, and he was a hardcore Christian. And he was constantly down talking and just being so rude and hateful to, we had guest speakers come to our class from different religions. He was really just so disrespectful. And even when he talked about his own parents, he was so disrespectful of their culture and religion. And it really turned me off a lot. And I started to look around me and see that there were, unfortunately, a lot of other people within that religion that were that way as well. And I thought, you know, when we're learning about these other religions, not all of them resonated with me, but it just felt to me, oh yeah, this is ready. Let's get that sizzle going. I'm excited. It just felt to me that, ooh, all right, give it a little dip, a little dippy dip. Ooh, baby. That's not the kind of person that I wanted to be. And at first I thought, well, that's not the kind of Christian that I want to be. But I started to open myself up more and broaden my horizons to different people and their different paths. And I think that ultimately, over time, that's what led me to being a witch. Because there's no right way to be a witch, you know? And I do deeply respect and value people of all religions. In fact, Arthur does say pretty adamantly, pretty often, that he thinks he is Christian, and I support that, or any other spiritual path that he and my other son choose. Oh my gosh. This is just so mean. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Can go a little bit longer. Ooh, I can feel them starting to get a little soft. So good. Green Tomato Club. I'm gonna keep on eating at the Green Tomato Club. Ooh. Oh, club. This would be so good on a club sandwich. I'm telling you, I really do love these on a sandwich. That's why we gotta do a sandwich. Okay. Nope, still gotta go a little bit. I am making fried green tomatoes, and when I'm done, I'm going to make grilled cheese. I will make you a grilled cheese without a fried green tomato on it. Okay?
All right.
Oh, this one's done. Perfection. You want it that kind of darker brown color? Yeah. Perfection. Woo! Let's see. Oh, that one's good. All right, we're gonna have to throw some more oil in here because we've got some cornmeal that's kind of gotten to our oil. So what happens with the cornmeal, I feel like, is you get a thick crusty crust on the outside. Oh yeah, that's done. And then your tomato gets nice and soft on the inside, and it's just a beautiful thing. Woo. That sizzle, sizzle. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I'm gonna add a little more oil and let this heat up. Yeah. Now look at this. You want to hear a crust on something? That is toasted bread, move over. It's time for the fried green tomato to shine. Listen to that. Yes, baby. Now that's a crust. These are a great item to put on a brunch menu as well, I gotta say. I love these on a brunch menu. So like I said, they go great on an egg sandwich. Woo! You could make a Benedict with these. Oh, baby. So many options. Or you can just serve them on the side on your brunch spread. Just so good. Woo! Yeah. Oh, pretty. Oh, yeah. Gosh. Just beautiful. So when I started this journey of content creation on YouTube, I really didn't watch a lot of YouTube. I didn't watch a lot of content creators. I just knew that, you know, creating videos was something I had a talent for, cooking is something I had a talent for, and I really wanted to cook and share it. And I figured YouTube, that's the way to go. But since then, you know, as I'm learning my craft, I have started watching a lot of other content creators who create cooking content, ASMR content, tarot content, all the kinds of content that I want to do. And I have found some really wonderful gems. Oh yeah, that one's done. Get that middle done here. Ooh, beautiful.
Thank you. You look beautiful. I mean, not fuller. You don't look fuller. But more beautiful.
More beautiful. You're very sweet, honey. Oh yeah. Okay, now that we've got our fried green tomatoes done, we are gonna make some grilled cheese. Now for the grilled cheese portion of this, I'm gonna be using some brioche bread, thick sliced. You want cheddar cheese in yours? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do you with some cheddar. So we're gonna do a plain cheddar one for Arthur. He does not want the fried green tomatoes. Now I do mine with mayo, but you can also use butter, obviously. I find when you use the mayo, you don't really need to put much in your pan. No oil, because the mayonnaise has oil in it. Let's turn that way down. Now for mine, I'm gonna use Swiss and cheddar, and I'm also going to make it real cheesy, and I'm also gonna add some Parmesan to the outside. Put this down. And for mine, I'm gonna do a coat of mayo. Coat it with some Parmesan cheese. Y'all saw me do this on the first episode of the season when I made my tuna. Gonna go in with 2 slices of cheddar. Of course, our fried green tomatoes. Smaller one over here. And then, last but not least, some Swiss cheese and another Parmesan coated bread. Come get yourself a plate, honey. Your sandwich is gonna be done pretty soon.
Sure, get my self a plate, except that there are no plates.
Right there, bud.
I am one, like the number one.
Oh. That's quite silly. Oop. Oh, this grilled cheese is gonna slap, y'all. All right, I believe your sandwich is done.
My sandwich.
Yes, your sandwich. Let's see. Oh yeah, perfect. Slice that in half for you. Oh, that's a big, thick sandwich. Whew, Big Daddy. Oop. Ooh.
Okay.
Y'all will have to excuse my person came to do my lawn. Woo. Okay. Oh, that looks beautiful. Here we go. Hold on to your butts. Ooh. This is gonna be good, y'all. Oh my gosh. I am so excited for this meal. This is just, and of course I got some Southern style tea in a mason jar, just as God intended. Oh, gosh, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna go in with just my, oh, it's so good. I'm gonna dip this first. Mmm. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mmm. Y'all wanna make this. Mmm. Holy cow. The fried green tomato, perfectly tender on the inside. That crispity, crunchity on the outside. Oh my gosh, just beautiful. Paired with the remoulade sauce. Dang. Whew, it's fogging up my glasses. It's so good. You can't beat this. This is Southern cooking at its finest. The only thing that could make this better is if these green tomatoes were from my garden, which sadly they are not. Mmm. Oh my God. Y'all, it is worth it to find the green tomatoes. Go to your farmer's market. Timing is everything in life. The man's here doing my yard. Go to your local farmer's market. Go to your organic food store. Find it. Oh, here comes the grilled cheese. When I genuinely thought I couldn't love anything more than I love the fried green tomato by itself. I'm telling you. Try it on a sandwich. Try it on a burger. Try it on a BLT. Make this. Make the grilled cheese. Good Lord, that's good. That's a real happy dance, y'all. I can't wait to make this for my spouse. That's one of the southern foods we did not get to try while they were here, and I know they're going to love it. How was your grilled cheese?
It was good.
I absolutely love a fried green tomato on a sandwich. Now, if y'all know me, sandwiches are kind of my thing. I love a sandwich. Put anything between two pieces of bread, makes it better. Wow. I cannot get over how good this is. It feels so good to be back in the kitchen with y'all. Even if my lawn man chose the most inconvenient time to arrive. This is truly incredible. I'm gonna finish the sandwich. I think I'm gonna save these other green tomatoes to put on a burger tomorrow. Gosh, that sounds amazing. Or ooh, to serve them up with breakfast. Come on. Some biscuits and eggs with a fried green tomato. Lord have mercy. I cannot stress what a delicious meal this is. Wow. I'm almost done. That is so good. I don't even I just stopped talking, y'all. I don't have words for this. First thing I can say is it has been way too long since I've had fried green tomatoes, and I will not make the mistake of going this long again. Mmm. Mmm. If you end up with some leftover remoulade sauce, some leftover fried green tomatoes, oh, you could make a shrimp po' boy and throw a fried green tomato on it. Oh, baby. Well, my compliments to the chef. Not a chef, but my compliments to the cook. Mmm. Oh, no. Mm. Wow. That was so good. Mmm. Dang y'all. Now, before I go, as is tradition, there's one thing left to do, and that is to announce the Planeteer of the Week. So this is for Pippi the Fish and for Liz McGill. Thank you both. I just today years old when I learned that you can search through your comments by who gave a super chat. So I get a lot of comments, y'all, and someone pointed out to me that I was being rude by not responding to my super chats. I didn't know that there was a special search function for people who super chatted you. So both of you have sent super chats both to my tarot stuff and to my Planet with a Palette episodes. And so you are both the Planeteers of the Week. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all are all the best. I love you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Mwah.
It's the Planet with a Palette cooking show.